Hello, my name is Samuel Kander and welcome back to yet another review. I appreciate you tuning in and seeing what I have to say about this week's movie, Turning Red. Turning Red is the latest movie from Pixar, and for those of you who don't know or have been watching for a while, you will know that Pixar is one of my favorite studios, if not my favorite. They've been making movies for years now that have infected our childhoods and hold a special place in our hearts. I'm sure most of you can remember watching Cars or Toy Story or Monsters, Inc. when you were a little kid. Pixar hasn't stopped making absolutely amazing movies either, with movies such as Luca and Coco standing out as some of the best animated movies of all time. But Pixar isn't perfect, and as such, not all of their movies have been met with some of the praise as others. Today we're going to ask the question, how does Turning Red stand up to other Pixar movies? First of all, what is Turning Red about? Turning Red, which is now streaming on Disney+, is about a 13-year-old girl named Mei Lee who has the unfortunate curse of turning into a giant red panda whenever she experiences a strong emotion such as anger or sadness or excitement. The movie follows Mei and her friends in their journey of finding themselves, as well as dealing with the new reality of being, well, a giant red panda in a society where, of course, no one else is. But how well does this movie execute this premise? As I'm sure you just heard me say, this movie is about the characters finding themselves, so otherwise known as a coming-of-age story. And at that, Turning Red is one of the best I've ever seen. All of the characters are amazing and are so lovable. I love Mei's parents because at the end of the day, they really do care about Mei. It's almost set up as if her parents will be too strict with their expectations. Mei comments at the beginning of the movie that, well, she can't go sing karaoke with her friends because she has chores. They say she always has chores and she leaves anyway. We then learn that her family takes care of a temple in Toronto. It's a lot of responsibility, but her parents don't leave her alone to do it. They work as a team to take care of the duties of showing respect to their family. I think any other movie would have just had the parents be overly cruel and unsympathetic, but this movie's choice to keep them caring, I think, turned out for the best. But that isn't the only thing that Mei is worried about because, well, after all, she's 13 now, which practically is a grown adult, so she's doing her own thing, which mainly consists of fanning out over this movie's top boy band, For Town, with her 3 friends. Those friends are the chill Priya, cool Miriam, and energetic Abby, who's truly a little gremlin. I love all of her friends and how well they complement each other in terms of energy. Miriam tends to have the most focus and screen time, considering how much she kind of, well, balances out Priya and Abby, but as I said, they all do so well together. Throughout the movie, their friendship is tested and they must grow and learn to adapt to changes in life. And that's ultimately what this movie is about. Change. Massive changes that come with aging are inevitable, and this movie doesn't shy away from that at all. I'm actually surprised how much this movie doesn't shy away from things that other movies probably would. And for the panda to be such a definitive metaphor for puberty, I think that's really important for it to be so specific in what it means. It just makes it feel so much more genuine at the end of the day, and I think that's what makes it one of the best coming-of-age movies that I've ever seen. The animation is perfect, and as usual, Pixar proves that they are at the top of their game in terms of animation. I don't know how they do it, but it looks more beautiful every time. I also love what directions they're taking creatively with the snappy animations. They did it a bit more in Luca and do it way more in this, and honestly, it works so much. It adds so much to the comedic timing of this movie, which honestly, at the end of the day, this movie is really funny. It's on its own, so it works. I also feel like that I should mention that this movie may be too mature for various reasons. Now, I didn't pick up on this myself, but thinking about it, Pixar's reputation for completely family-friendly values may shock parents watching this movie. The use of the words sexy and stripper are used, as well as the mention of drugs and semi-nude fan art is also displayed. This doesn't particularly upset me at all, but I could see why some of these things may be seen as too much for a Pixar movie. Personally, I don't think this movie is any worse than like Shrek or SpongeBob, but to each their own. Ultimately, this movie is really cute, whether it be the animations or stories or characters. This movie is just so cute to watch and honestly a joy. I think it'll be a Pixar classic for years to come, but that'll do it for me. I don't know if I'll upload this to YouTube because of how short this is, but thank you so much for watching. If you liked, feel free to pan or smash the like button. That is officially the worst thing I've ever said. If you want to keep up with my uploads, feel free to subscribe, and if you really want to keep up, go ahead and ring that bell. And if you do, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Feel free to comment down below about, well, what you thought about this movie or what your favorite Pixar movie is. Share this video with a friend, maybe someone who's been a little skeptical about this movie, because to be honest, this movie almost flew under my radar. I barely saw any advertising for it, but maybe that's just me, and that's for the best because I hate trailers. Also, share this video with a friend for a movie night. This movie was super fun to watch with friends, and so I suggest the same to you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.